there he is, Thad Gene Silverback, 4-0 as a professional mixed martial artist. You will be fighting January 27th in Orlando, PFL Challenger Series 9. You're in the co-main event spot versus Eric Alequin. Card starts at 9 p.m. You can stream it on Fubu Sports. Thank you, brother, for giving us the time. How are you?
I'm feeling fantastic. Thanks for giving me a spot on your podcast. I appreciate
It's
that a lot.
oh yes,
What
sir.
would you call it?
It-
What would
It's uh,
you say?
it's just my channel where I do fighter interviews and stuff. So yeah, podcast.
Yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
awesome. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man,
you seeing me and saying, "Hey, let's get this guy on here." So yeah, I'm excited for the fight. I'm excited to be here.
for sure, brother. Hey, I noticed you do a lot of this stuff, man. So generous with your time.
Yeah, it's actually I think I had a couple yesterday. You're my first one today.
Dude, you're killing it, man. Hey, you're a big
Thank
deal,
you,
I
man.
guess, huh?
Not
Um,
yet, not yet, but soon to be, soon to be.
yeah, we see it coming. We see it coming. So tell us, I know you're in the training camp.
Yeah, fuck.
How is the weight cut going so far? What's that process like? Would you say it's the fight before the fight?
I would say it's the worst part about the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's the easy part. If anything, real fighters know the fight is the easy part, but the weight cut is the worst part about the fight. You know, it's the part where when you get to the weight cut, you're constantly contemplating like, why am I even doing this anymore? Like, why am I like, what is so cool about fighting that I risk cutting weight like this and so much pounds? But it's actually going really good, well for me right now. Training camp is actually we had our Shark Tank today, and that for me, and that was disgusting. That was I don't know if you know what a Shark Tank is, like a round robin where you're constantly getting hit and refreshed with new guys in the round while you're the only guy in the middle. And a couple breaks, but it's constant rotation of fresh guys coming at you with this grueling possession of make breaking you down, breaking you down, breaking you down, so that once you get to the fight, there's no such thing as you break it down in the fight, but just ready to go at it and keep it focused, and the fight won't be as hard as it is in the round robin or the Shark Tank, I should say.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great fight simulation. And I do have friends that are fighters that are, that do that same, type of
Yeah.
training during their camps, the Shark Tank, you guys call it. But can you take us back to the moment when you first found out that you would be competing in the PFL Challenger Series?
It was I don't know. It was great. It was more like a finally moment. You know what I mean? Like finally, like thank God, of course, but like finally, you know what I mean? Like I'm finally here and it's time to shine. It's like thank God that I finally got the opportunity, but now it's time to shine. Like I got to show them why I got this opportunity and why I'm considered at 4-0 so early on in my career.
Right, excellent. Man, with
Yeah,
the announcement of PFL Europe, the new super fight division with
yeah.
Jake Paul, the PFL is really establishing itself as the number two promotion in the world. Do you see an opportunity for a talented young fighter like yourself to become a star in this promotion?
I see myself as the next big star in this promotion. I see myself as the biggest star in this promotion, and I think this promotion will be number one soon enough, especially with this super fight league going on and how dominant they are in Europe and all that stuff. Where it's starting to catch a lot of eyes, I should say. You know what I mean? They're starting to do a little bit more social media, a little bit more putting themselves out there. And the biggest call they could have made was doing that huge deal with Jake Paul. You know what I mean? Jake Paul has over 20 million followers on Instagram alone. You know what I mean? How many social media platforms does he have? He has the YouTube, he has probably Twitter, he has I don't know what he has, but has all these social media platforms that he has marketed PFL on, that everyone wanted to see Jake Paul go MMA, right? Where is he going to go MMA? Where is he going to go fight MMA? Now he's at the PFL. Now they're going to be watching the PFL to see who's going to whoop Jake Paul's ass. Who is in PFL can whoop Jake Paul's ass, and that's the best thing I should think that could have happened to the PFL.
Excellent. Yeah, a lot of buzz right now with that organization. So you do want to call the PFL your home. You want to live in that smart cage.
Yep. I want. It's a great opportunity. The way they do it is awesome because you go to any other promotion, and I have a friend in my training camp. I won't say the promotion he's in, but he is contracted into this promotion and cannot fight outside of this promotion for as long as his contract is lasted. He's contacted this promotion many times to get me into a fight. Give me a fight. Give me a fight. You know, we're fighters. Our job is to fight. That's how we get our income. And if we're not fighting, what are we doing? Now we have to go work a 9 to 5, and now we have to take time from training to go work a job. And now once we get the fight call, now we're slack. We slacked off. Not really slacked off, but we had to do what to make ends meet because the promotion wasn't uh, um, how should I say, meeting their side of the contract of what they're supposed to do, you know? So he can't fight outside of the contract, and he's still waiting on these people, this promotion to actually get him fights. So the thing about the PFL is that you're going to fight. If you're good, you are going to fight. You're going to be constantly fighting. And that's the thing, you know? It's talent. Talent should be awarded. Hard work should be awarded. And that's the great thing about the PFL. They reward their hard work and talented fighters that show off their wins with the point system, with the celebrity panel, with all that good stuff. It's a good system.
That's right, man. It's going to be a great opportunity to spotlight yourself. But your style, let's talk about that. The way you use that 77-inch reach, to fight at your range, your constant movement and ability to close the distance and counter strike. Who does that style resemble?
Adesanya.
That's what I was thinking. Just wanted to hear you say it.
Adesanya. It's because he's such a artistic fighter. You know, people will say, he's boring. He's boring. What do you want? What do you want from a fighter? You want, because you're not fighting, you want to see a person brawl and break their brains, and then now you want to put, I hope he gets better, and then a couple months later you forget about them. We're fighters. We have to take care of ourselves and then our families later on. And when you look at people like Adesanya, who's so smart, bang, 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 keeps it outside, keeps it count. I mean, like, of course, we're not saying he can't fight on the inside, but why fight on the inside if you can stay on the outside, touch your opponent, and not get hit and knock him out potentially? You know what I mean? Just play
Exactly.
your game. Play your game. Don't play your opponent's game. Make them play your game.
Do
Whole
you
thing about
study?
the fight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do you study film on him or anything like that?
I do a lot, just I studied film on a lot of people. I can't just say Adesanya himself. When it comes to striking, I would say I do study a lot of Adesanya. When it comes to pressure, um I like to study damn, why am I freaking Kamaru Usman, sorry. I like to study Kamaru Usman. When it comes to the ground game, I like to study Khabib. I just like to study the greats. When it comes to just MMA itself in general and defense, I like to study Volkanovski. These are great people. You know what I mean? These are greats. Why not study the greats? See how they got to where they are and do it yourself.
Yeah, man. You're a real student of this game, huh? You eat, sleep, and breathe MMA. Is this the only thing you want?
Yeah, I don't work. I train. This is my 9 to 5. This is my job. I love the
So
training, and look how it's paying off. When you sacrifice everybody's working there for their paycheck, and that paycheck sounds nice, and it is nice every now and then, but hey, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to fight, and the paychecks would be nicer.
understood. Yeah, you got your mindset on that bigger goal. You would say
Yeah, exactly.
the
Got my
goal.
mindset on being the top, the best fighter, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you seem like you're very locked in, man. Tell us about the gym, fight sports, Deerfield Beach. How does the intensity rev up? Well, you did speak about this a little bit when you're in
Yeah,
training
but it's all
camp
right. Yeah.
versus outside of camp. What's a day maybe outside of camp look like for you?
So I don't like to run. I my favorite conditioning is when I like trying to relax my body is swimming. I swim a lot. I love to swim. Outside of that, I have strength and conditioning at IHP, where Gregory Rodriguez, Robocop, and Gilbert Burns train. I think I forget his name, but those two train there a lot. I go to a correctional facility with my boy Ralph, and he helps me, because we're always doing a lot of output. We have to learn how to correct. You hear someone like LeBron who spends over $1 million on recovery alone in a year, and you should take examples from that. And I mean, I'm not spending $1 million, but recovery is a huge part, and I do a lot of that with my boy Ralph. And a lot of anime, I should say, a lot of anime, and playing Call of Duty.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, man, you touched on recovery. It is such a crucial part
very important.
of the just any athlete in general in any sport. And I
Hmm.
think it's been more prominent, now that we have more data and about athletes in the past, and to athletes today, the recovery is a big part of your training program.
Yeah, very big part of it. I mean, like if you're not recovering, then you're not performing at 100% when you're in the fight. You know what I mean? If you're constantly doing a whole bunch of output, and especially when you're cutting weight, when it comes to the last few weeks before the fight, um, my trainer yesterday gave me a really good example about it. Is that our intensity level is going up, but the energy level is going down. So there's going to be wear and tear on your body, and if it's not a bunch of recovery within that energy output going down and the constant in the hit levels with the workouts going up, then once you get to that fight point, you're only going to be able to perform at 50%. And now you're wondering, why did I do this? What happened? What happened? Why could have done better? Well, you should have took better preparations.
Train smarter, not harder, right?
Exactly.
I know, hey man, I know you've competed, you've won in Combate, in LFA, big promotions in their own right, but now you're going to enter the smart cage in the PFL. How do you feel before a big fight? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Is it both? Full disclosure, what goes through your mind when you're making that walk?
Um, it's time. It's time, bro. Every it's like this is what I've been training for. This is time. Like you cannot. It's constant. Like I'm a king, and this is how I honestly think about it. I'm a king. I go to a new land, and I want to take their land. This guy is a king. He's coming over to my land to take my land. He's trying to take food from my people. He's trying to take food from. He's trying to make my villagers starve. I cannot let that happen. So as a king, I have to defend my cage. I have to defend my land and take it from him and take his. You know what I mean? It's the and it's a beautiful sport when I think of it that way, because I do love the medieval times when it comes to kings and queens and all that. I can picture myself as going into war, going into battle, and that's what it is. You're going into war, going into battle with somebody who is also, you know, you can't say we're professional fighters and he's also in the PFL. I cannot underestimate him because I know I'm better. No, it's anything can happen in the fight. That's why it's a constant when before I go into the cage. It's a what's gonna happen. Don't make sure do this, do, do. But once I hit that cage, it's let's fucking go. You know,
Let's do it. It truly is a sport of kings, man. But let's talk about the next guy, Eric Alequin. He's 7-0, 32 years old. He's got a lot of experience in MMA and grappling. What about him impresses you?
his record. Say his record. He's 7-0. That's good. I mean, he's had some good fights, but I'm not gonna like I said, I'm not gonna underestimate this guy. If anything impressed me, it's just okay. He has a 7-0 record, and most of those come out of like fighting people from South Florida, which is I think is a great thing because people in South Florida are dogs. We're probably the best. I feel like we're the best place for mixed martial arts when it comes to all of that. Then you go to other places like Russia and stuff like that. But um, his record, maybe his ground game, his jiu-jitsu and all that, because he is a black belt. So I guess those are impressive. Other than that, nothing else phases me.
How do you
Not
see the
gonna lie.
fight? How do you see the fight playing out?
Um, I see myself countering him and TKOing him. I see him trying to press the fight, trying to push me against the cage. But I do a lot of movement. But my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu is my base as well. So I
Mhm.
only just started getting into striking, and I realized striking is fun. That's why I like to do it more often. But if I have to go to the ground, if I have to wrestle, then whatever, so be it. That is my base. That is my background. That's what I started off doing first. And I guess people don't realize that because of my fights and how I won my victories, my fights and how most of my fights look are mostly standing. But if I have to go to the ground, I'm comfortable. I'm in my what are you saying? I'm in my
Element.
element as well. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So only action fights for you. But hey, what would be more impressive for you? A TKO finish, or if you were able to show off some of that jujitsu and get a submission victory?
Um I would like to say sorry, repeat that one more time.
I'd say what would be more impressive for you personally if you were able to get the TKO finish or show off your jujitsu and get a submission?
I would, and more impressive would be the jujitsu, of
Yeah,
course.
that'd be hype.
Tapping out this black belt, I think the jujitsu would be more impressive. And just going back to it, because like I was saying, this is like I don't work. This is my job is training. My parents help me a lot with that. I don't work. My parents support me. My car just broke down. They just bought me a car just so that I can get to training. I'm training jujitsu constantly, and I just got my brown belt. So if it's a factor there. If I need to take him out with the jujitsu, and the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna take it.
Man, that would be a huge statement by you. I'm sure that would keep open up a lot of eyes if you were able to get a submission finish. But hey, a
Yeah,
TKO as well, man. A TKO as well,
yeah.
nonetheless.
That both would be awesome. Like I said, I'll take whatever is given to me. I won't go into the fight tunnel vision and miss an opportunity that presents itself.
That's right, man. You get the win, you earn the contract. What would be next for you? Another, would you maybe do another tune-up fight on a Challenger Series card or in the regular season on a
I would
regular
love to do
season
a
card?
regular. I would love to do a regular season fight for sure. I would love to do a regular season fight to, earn more points into the system to get my, just get my name up there. Again, I'm just going into the PFL. I still need to get established as a fighter into the PFL. So I would love to go from Challenger Series to regular seasons and then into to the actual tournament itself.
So you could potentially enter the welterweight tournament this year.
Yep, I believe I will. I believe I will win it too. That's the
Right.
goal.
Yeah, man. And like you were saying earlier, Dan, that South Florida, a lot of home to a lot of great mixed martial artists. So you're in a great place to get the training, and I'm sure you're never short of a sparring partner or anything like that,
Never.
huh?
Never actually, like when you were talking about fight sports, we have grown a lot too. We have grown a lot. It used to be tight knit, and we have great coaches. We have Daniel Menez and we have Jay Z Cavalcante, and they are great coaches. That's the thing that most people don't understand. Like we learn a lot with these guys. They have so much experience under their belt. With Jay Z being one of the legends in the sport, and then Daniel, he hasn't fought like that, but he trains anyone you name like think of name of that's higher, well, I should say lightweight and up. I could tell you Daniel has trained them. I'm telling you, it's crazy how many people he's trained. And he's training us. You know what I mean? We are learning a lot from the people we are with, and we're growing. We're growing.
That's great, man. You're under some great tutelage there at your gym.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Good foundation, family supports you, chasing your dream. It's so
Like I said, I am grateful. Sorry to cut you off, but like I
go
am,
ahead.
I am super grateful to my family, my mom, and my dad. Like I said, they do support me a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot, and I cannot let their support, just go down the drain in their faith in me. So with their support and their backing with this sport, I feel like I'm unstoppable. Honestly,
That's awesome, dude. It's so nice to see a young man like yourself chasing the dream, not settling
yeah,
for that 9 to 5, like you're saying, but no, you have bigger aspirations for yourself and you're willing to put in the time, the effort, and the hard work to accomplish that goal. You have your family support. That's amazing.
yep, yep.
Good
It's
for
a
you, man.
blessing.
Good,
Thank you,
good,
man.
good for you, man. That is awesome. One more, man. How smart is that cage in the PFL, man?
I actually don't know. I haven't touched it yet and seen it yet, but um there's this promotion down here called Combat Night, and ran by Mitchell, and he's doing a fantastic job with it. But he has this cage, and it's super small, and as long as the PFL cage is smaller than that, then we're straight. I mean, if you take 2 steps backwards, you're hitting the cage. You know what I mean? But as long as the PFL cage is big enough, bigger than that, then we're good. I'm ready for anything.
Right. Awesome, man. So what's the message though, closing out this, what's the message to the little mini silverbacks out there? What can we expect on January 27th and in 2023?
A statement, a statement, like you were saying before. I'm not settling. I'm not settling just for a win. I'm not settling for just, oh, great job. I want to be, one day known as one of the best fighters that entered the PFL division pound for pound. We're not settling. We're going for the top, and we're aiming for the top, and we're gunning for it. We're training for it. We're not slowing down. It's not. We're not talking arrogant of ourselves because we are putting in the work. We are going for it. That's what we're saying to the Silverback Nation.
That's amazing, bro. Thad, I appreciate your time, man. Best of luck to you. We will be watching on January 27th. And again,
Thank you.
I do just want to say, man, very nice of you to be, giving your time to all these inspiring journalists, podcasters, to be able to have an interview with a guy like yourself, such a promising young star. Awesome of you, bro.
No, we're all doing something, and it's awesome that you guys are even doing this to help us as fighters get our. First of all, it helps us get our name out there, and also helps us with our, talking, learning how to talk, learning how to communicate, learning how to get our words out there, which is another great thing. And we appreciate you guys for that too. Well, I do at least.
Oh, you
Thank
definitely
you.
do, man. Yeah, for sure. Hey, man. Well, hopefully we can do it again, brother. Best of
Let's
luck
get it.
again. January 27th. It's on. We got Thad Gene versus Eric Alequin in the
Again.
welterweight division. Let's do it,
Oos.
man.
Let's get it. Thank you for having me on, brother.
Appreciate it, brother. We'll talk. Thank you, man. Have a good day.
Yep. Have a
Have a
good
good
one. You as
weekend.
well.